While our libraries have always addressed vibrato in more detail than other similar products, the Lyric Series String Quintet library goes even further. There's simply no other product out there that handles this as completely. In our video Creating Melody Lines, we showed the out-of-the-box setting where vibrato is controlled with velocity. And while this works really well, it may not be the way you want to work. No worries at all. So here's a phrase that uses the long articulation with the separate bowing option and also uses the default velocity-controlled vibrato. So let's say I like everything about this, but want to easily delay the vibrato more. Well, we have a unique feature here that will toggle the current vibrato amount on or off. By default, it's set to B-1 as a key switch. So let's put it to use. Here's a single long note to show how the vibrato can be toggled on and off. Notice that the toggling is not abrupt. It fades in and out, just as a real string player would do. But what if we wanted to fade the vibrato even more gradually than this? Not to worry. By default, CC1 is used to take over vibrato if vibrato is controlled by velocity. What's nice is that you can mess with the mod wheel and it won't do anything to the vibrato until its value coincides with the currently playing vibrato amount. Once that happens, the vibrato amount gets taken over, so to speak, so you can either increase or decrease the vibrato. In this case, decrease. So, we've talked about vibrato fade-in, and during all of these demonstrations, there has indeed been a small amount of fade-in at the beginning of a note. But there may be times when you want to hit the vibrato at the beginning of a note for added emphasis. Pro string players do this all the time. And here's the same clip without the emphasis. Makes a difference, right? To do this, you can either use a key switch or the UACC controller. In our example, we used the A-sharp -1 key switch. If you want to get really detailed with the vibrato, you can actually perform it yourself with a key switch. Just check the box Key Switch for manually controlled solo vibrato. Just make sure you've assigned a key switch here. In our case, we chose C7. You should know that pounding away on this key switch does not just create static vibrato. The harder you play the key switch, the more the vibrato amount. So we've shown the three vibrato components, amount, speed, and fade-in, using velocity. But you can easily choose to control any of these with a controller as well.